I'm Christine, the anxious beginner. And that's Palais, our fearless captain. Together, we've bought a 45-foot sailboat, and we're ready for an adventure.
Emergency, emergency. There's 2.9 knots of wind, and we are doing 1.4 knots. We just left Plumpers Cove, and I'm not really sure. Palais wants to go find some random place on Gambier Island, and so I don't know if we're going to do that, because at this speed we won't be there until like 8 o'clock at night. I'm just practicing getting some helms time with the basically no wind. It wasn't on autopilot this whole time. I just put it on once the wind got steady enough for the autopilot, because the wind wasn't even steady enough. It kept like turning and swirling, and it was always telling me that I was going directly into the wind, and then the jib was just like, I'm on this side, no I'm on this side, now I'm on this side, now I'm on this side, and then I was like, okay, I got this. And Palais was just like, I'm just gonna wait until something steady happens and relax.
Okay, Captain, tell us our current status. How good are we doing?
We're doing pretty good, actually. We've got 4 knots of wind. We're doing 2 knots.
Yeah.
We're actually starting to head the direction that we want to head, just in time for a ferry to be coming and block us off.
Yeah, but how much way are we making?
Well, we weren't making much. In fact, we actually crossed our tack line on our last tack, because the wind around the edges, it actually like funnels weird, so you'll get kind of a going on a tack, and then it'll just kind of like starts falling off as you get towards the shore. But now it looks like maybe we're into some wind. There was a spot where like 3 different sections of wind kind of come together and meet, and so then it basically all cancels each other out, and there's no wind there. But looks like we're doing pretty good now.
I mean, the gauge says we're going directly into the wind.
The gauge does say we're going directly into the wind, but obviously if you look at the sails, we are not doing that. So.
Then the wind decided to stop playing with us and completely died. We continued under motor, exploring logging booms, steep cliffs, and even a paper mill. This Anchorage is an old logging site, no longer in operation. The old logging building still stands, but is in pretty bad shape. The remnants of this site feels like a ghost of history. The downside to anchoring in a logging area is that there is often a lot of debris that you can get your anchor stuck on, making it hard to pull your anchor back up, or foul your anchor, causing you to drag. We fouled our anchor on a boom chain previously, so we took extra care in setting our anchor. In the back of my mind, I'm hoping it's not stuck or tangled on anything down below.
This is like the 5th handful. It's like I can barely hold them in my hand. So many salmon berries. So many I probably ate twice this much before I remembered to film anything. There's some just over here, just right on the side of the road. Look at these things. They're amazing. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
The bears like to eat them?
Bears definitely like to eat them.
Yeah, so there's probably bears.
Ooh, it looks scary. We're gonna go real slow. We don't want to get stuck, because I don't know how we would even get through this marsh.
The tide's still going up for another couple hours.
Is it? Okay. So we'll be able to get out? We don't get sucked in, right? Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
It's very cool. Very creepy.
At the end of the line, that's the way to get aggressive with the dog.
I was cool. It was a little bit scary going in there because the depths on the charts are not good here, and it's high tide and that whole part gets completely dry. And so it was really cool to be able to go back there, but the fallen trees, we couldn't go back very far. What did you think about it? It was a little bit scary.
I thought it was cool.
I swam over and took a look at these. How's your swim?
It's good stuff. I think it counts as my exercise for the day. What's the word, Captain?
I think I have to rinse again. I didn't get all the soap off.
Ah, that's a word, I guess.
Did you get all the soap from you?
Yes.
People tied these trees to the end of the dock to create shade on the dock for them. What's going on?
So we picked up a new toy when we brought our anchor up today. It's a piece of old cable from the swimming ground.
How long is it? Oh, okay, just that. I guess I should scoot back.
I'm gonna,
Bring it on?
well, no, I don't think it's worth bringing on. What would we do with it?
Well, just dispose of it somewhere where someone's not going to anchor, but I suppose right here it's like 300 feet, so nobody's anchoring here.
I was just gonna hold on to it and double check how deep it is. It's only 600 feet here, so we'll wait a couple more minutes before we drop it. Are you ready?
Yep.
Should we swing by the Rocks Bird Sanctuary?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent.
I'm a little bit disappointed in this bird sanctuary, to be honest. There was a lot more birds at Salmon Rock.
Four and a half knots.
Wind whipping in your jacket.
No, I don't have a jacket. Whipping in my hat.
I'm feeling really anxious today, and it's a beautiful day and it's a beautiful sail. I'm just full of anxiety, so what I'm doing right now is I'm listening to my headphones. I'm listening to some binaural beats for anxiety. So that's what I'm doing while I try to enjoy the sail, try to focus on maybe filming some things, or just try to work through the anxiety, even though I just feel like I just want to crawl up in bed and like ignore the day, but I would be missing this beautiful sail. So that's where I'm at.
Here's where we started. We started here, and then we went up here, in between here, and then we went up here, and this is where we anchored for the night. And really cool, like logging camp. Checked that out, and then we went down here. We checked out here the bird sanctuary here, and then we sailed into here, and this is where we're at right now. Join us next week as we explore this Anchorage and get hit by winds that take the Anchorage by surprise.